Okay, the problem I'm looking to solve in this video is my images. So if I log into my CML, you're going to see it's unlicensed and our images are not being recognized, even though I have copied them there manually. So I'm going to go to the cockpit. You can see I've copied the images there manually, but there is not much space left on that. I think it's because the YAML files for the node definitions are not there, but there's not much space on that device. So if you try to go back and do it manual now, it will complain. So what we're going to do is try to copy the ref. I think this is going to complain that it's not there. Thought so, but I do this the hard way. I shut down my host and then my. With some of these things you can do hot, some you can't. In my experience, I've had the better experience trying to do it while I shut down. ISO Cisco CML ref and then ref. The 10 gig file, yes. And now we're going to go back and turn on the host. Cockpit is going to complain that it disconnected, but once it's booted, it'll log back in automatically. No problem. So let's see if that looks happy. Well, it did not log in automatically. That's okay. Probably hear my server spin up in the other room. It's a Cisco 220. The ref ISO. Oh, it's still not happy. So that means I'll be turning it off again. I'm going to be a little more forceful this time. I'm going to delete the CD drive and then re-add it. Just the type of thing that's worked better for me. And turn it back on. This is VMware 8.02 or 8 update 2 is what they call it. This is going to complain again about the disconnecting, so we'll do it again. I'm expecting to complain about space. And yes, it is complaining about space. So now we're going to go into storage. The volume group 00 variable volume. We're going to see there's no physical amounts to add. So now I'm going to shut down the host again. And then add a hard drive to it. Should default to be in the 16 gigs. The image is still there, so we're going to turn it back on. Now this will complain about it disconnected again, sure. Now if I go into storage, and that logical volume, I should have a 16 gig physical volume to add to it. So we'll add it. And then you go into the logical volume, you gotta do a grow. We're going to use all of it. Now this is documented in the on DevNet. It's sending a virtual disk, so I'm not doing anything that's out of scope for what's in the instructions. I'm just demonstrating how to do it in real time. I'm gonna go back to the terminal and see if it complains. So now my var is 37 gigs and not 50% full like it was last time. So now if I go back into the ref ice, telling it to copy the ref ice, it should not complain. Yeah, there goes the YAMLs. Here goes the other stuff. Now this takes a while because it is copying 10 gigs. So I'm gonna pause the video in the meantime. Okay, the copying appears to be done, so we're going to jump back into terminal and check for the free space. Now we see 22 gigs used, meaning about 10 has been copied. Now I'm going to go into my normal admin panel and see if it's happy about the, it's going to be complaining about the license. Image, this is the one we were trying to fix. Now it's going to complain about licensing. I'm a relatively new user of CML. I've used GNS3, Eve, and physical hardware in the past. In my day, you had to buy, a dozen 2501s off of eBay to be able to practice stuff running iOS like 10.3 and whatnot, using serial interface. This is how we learned back in the day. CML and all this stuff has got stuff a lot easier. Now the license server on this thing probably thinks I'm kind of nuts because I'm registering a new one like every other day, because I've been teaching myself this over the last couple of months. But all we wanted to do was fix this images checkbox, and I've done that. So now we're bringing this demo to an end. Thank you.